Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first round of commentary for Jim's Hoenn Gaiden Open. I have not looked at any of these replays. This is going to be a surprise for me. We're in for a fun one. Even if you don't know anything about this metagame, take a look at these replays. It's going to be fun. It's like Gen 3, but they added in Parasect is really OP for some reason. They've got Stun Fisk. They got heaps of stuff. Okay. This one is patboiii on the bottom versus SwordIsBored on the top. Let's take a look at what occurs. We've got Regidrago lead. I've never seen this Pokemon. Never seen this guy. Gonna get slided. Interesting, though, that we're seeing a Regidrago right now. Gets a crit Dragon Claw. What the? On the Jellicent. Jellicent has been an absolute mainstay of this metagame. It's really powerful. Pretty much outclasses Milotic completely, in my opinion. Jellicent probably going to heal up again. It's a simple Gengar coming in from SwordIsBored. Are we going to see a Spikes team from him? Claydol enters the fray. Can't escape Claydol even in this metagame, folks. Claydol's everywhere. Evidently doesn't have special defense, but the Gengar looks to be offensive, taking big damage from Psychic. Not going to live another Ice Punch. Is this Pursuit incoming? I'm going to say I doubt it because of the revealed Rock Slide, but I was wrong. It's Pursuit Tar with a Rock Slide. That's genius. Golisopod comes in. This thing still gets emergency exit like in the main game. Like in the current gen. Interesting Pokemon. Have not used it before. Not sure what it does exactly. I guess, you know, bug types are pretty good. Because Lunge is a good new move. Crabominable coming in. Interesting. Probably has like HP Ghost or something then to threaten Jellicent. Nope. Deoxys Speed. A lot of random looking switches here. Oh, gets a T-Bolt crit. Deoxys Speed is in this metagame, by the way. Deemed not too powerful to be banned thus far because there's a bit more power creep, a little bit. Plusle tanking a Psycho Boost from Deoxys Speed and killing it. That's a funny sight. A little Plusle taking on the Legendary. Shrugging off a Psycho Boost. That's kind of humorous. Regidrago. Gonna just Dragon Claw down this T-Tar. Shrug off the damage a little bit. I think that patboiii is looking better. Right here. Houndoom. Haven't seen anyone use Houndoom so far. I wondered, I don't know if it gets any different tools. Oh, it appears to be subbing down to a berry. Are we going to see a sunny day? No. I think that if Houndoom crunches once more, this Golisopod is forced to switch out. Flamethrower, same difference. Oh, maybe emergency exit doesn't work like I thought it did. My mistake. Okay, I don't know how emergency exit works then. I thought it was like when you hit half health or below, you switch. Forgive me. Yeah, with this toxic Crabominable, I mean, that's a huge Fire Blast. Plusle is interesting. Can get both Flash Fire and, I think, Levitate are its two ability options. Pretty cool. And Dunsparce is now a Dragon type. And it's pretty damn good. A Dragon type really gives it a lot more defensive utility. And Slam with Serene Grace, obviously powerful. And it's slacking last. I think that patboiii probably wins. Actually, I don't know. A slacking might just live this Earthquake and then Hyper Beam this. I think SwordIsBored wins, actually. Unless Claydol has Protect. Yep, GG. Wow. A slacking winning the game there. This is wacky. That was wacky as hell. That was fun. Game 2. Let's take a look. What the hell's going on? Another Regidrago. This guy loves Regidrago. Gonna take an enormous mash though. Make sand. Sensible. Keep this thing chipped. No pursuit this time. It's an earthquake. Crabominable is a really good Tyranitar check. It actually has fur coat, which is really strong. Bulk up is pretty insane on it. I haven't used that myself. I just do a 4 attack set. And pretty massive damage from Brick Break. I wonder if this crab has a form of healing. We're going to see rest or something? No, just going to opt to chip down this Swampert. Maybe he has like a Tyranitar in the back of his own to benefit from a Swampert getting chipped. That would make sense. Regidrago back in. You know, it could be an HP Grass. Fire Punch was a bold move. I respect that. Thought the Metagross would come in on the Dragon Claw. Or even a threatened HP Grass. Slacking again. Is this the same team from SwordIsBored? I think it's the same team. Yeah, it appears to be the same exact squad. Deoxys Speed in. Psycho Boost gonna be blocked by the Dark Immune. Man, this is... Patboii's team is just an OU team so far. There's no new Pokemon thus far. And I'm sure Jirachi destroys Slacking. Never mind. He's just been killed with a Hyper Beam crit. That is pretty damn humorous. But now he's trapped. He's going to die to anything this Breloom does, pretty much. Maybe it had to be Focus Punch. Maybe a Brick Break didn't get there. When you click Hyper Beam, you're forced to charge again. You can't even switch out. Goes Tar. Sensible. Deoxys can learn Superpower, notably. Didn't click it. I'm intrigued. This Deoxys also does not have a Leftovers. Could be an Expert Belt, which is a new item addition. Crawdaunt is in, and it has Mold Breaker, which is a little bit interesting. I think they gave it special attack. They made Crawdaunt make a bit more sense in this metagame. They gave it special attack to use its water and dark typing a bit more effectively. Interesting Pokemon. Haven't experimented with it myself. There's a lot to build with, a lot to experiment with. And said before that this was an OU team. Evidently not, because there's a dang Crawdaunt on the squad. A altered Pokemon. And this Tyranitar probably gonna live whatever this Gengar can do. Hit him with a big Rock Slide. It's slightly awkward. Does Aqua Jet exist? If so, Patboiii has claimed a victory here. Alright, well that was... Surely you just go to Breloom first. Okay, how the hell are you gonna win? Wakanberry. Agility. Wow. That's awesome. That's really cool. And are you faster than Deoxys Speed? You might not be. You are. That must have been barely faster because Deoxys Speed has like 500 speed when you invest in it. Damn. What a way to win. The Wakanberry. Type berries are a new addition. That is pretty awesome. That's creative. I love that. We've got a game 3 on our hands. Let's take a look. What's going to happen next? Switch sides for continuity. SwordIsBored loving the Deoxys Speed. And Patboiii loving the Tyranitar. Tyranitar remains very powerful. I'm just going to die to a Pursuit. Wow. Deoxys Speed never running Superpower. One of its best options, apparently. And another Golisopod. SwordIsBored wearing his influences on his sleeve here with the consistent team choices. Another Gengar. Did he just get the same team and lead with the Deoxys Speed? That might have been what we're seeing. Bit of a HP Grass on the Tar coming in. We're going to see a Crunch. We do. It was between Crunch and Pursuit there. Yeah, it looks like same team again. SwordIsBored built one team and one team only, and what else do you need? This might be the same team from patboiii, actually, where they got the Claydol once again. And Claydol does look like it's going to 1v1 this Reggie. Reggie revealing Crunch, though. Doesn't want to take too much damage on Claydol. Houndoom returning. This is indeed the same team. Houndoom back in the mix. We're going to see a Jellicent come in. Logical. Sensible. And Slacking probably wants to click Shadow Ball right about now. Dunsparce coming in on the Shadow Ball. It was not Shadow Ball, it was Earthquake. Good mid-ground option from Sword. Crab Abominable in. Getting slammed though. Big slam. Jelly entering the fray. Are we going to see a ghost type coverage option on the Crab? Will-O-Wisp was a misplay unless he was predicting a switch out. Crab Abominable already paralyzed, obviously. Jellicent wisping again. Is he thinking he's going to Slacking? This Crab Abominable all of a sudden is looking dangerous. Full powered though. Unfortunate. If Crab has an HP Ghost. Well, we'll never know. Dunsparce could have Headbutt, I think he gets for Para Flinch. No. Maybe they didn't add that because it's lame. Not sure if Dunsparce gets the Headbutt. Gonna just spike up in the face of this Crab. And Plusle has been allowed in. A Fire Blast will finish this off for certain. Golisopod gonna enter the building. Golisopod also dead to another Fire Blast. Maybe even a Thunderbolt. Oh, of course, yeah. Water weak. Bug Water, not a typing I see too often. Forgive me. Hyper Beam. Gonna allow Plusle a free turn to achieve a 2-hit kill. This is a victory. I like this Plusle team. I think that maybe you got issues versus Dugtrio though. Dugtrio could be a weakness for this. SwordIsBored is not happy in the chat there. Type in some obscenities. This is a bit of an emotional roller coaster. But yeah, the paras on Crab Abominable may have had an impact on the game. I think that the Plusle, though, was a bit too much of a threat for SwordIsBored. The Plusle right there threatened both Golisopod and Crab. Only reprieve there was the Slacking. I would say that patboiii had a better position, but we're not going to see the reality where that didn't occur, so fair enough. Maybe SwordIsBored saw something I didn't there. Access denied? What the? Okay, one moment. I got downloaded replays. We got World Time Body on the screen, forgive me. Okay. What is this? This is a downloaded replay. Okay, this is... No problem, folks. Downloaded the replay. Let me download the next one in a moment. Okay. Voyager versus ViZar. I think Voyager has some experience in this format. ViZar, a newcomer, I assume. We're going to see what happens. Voyager with a simple yet effective Skarmory lead. I've been using a lot of Skarmory myself, the old tried and true spiker. Still powerful in Gen 3, powerful as ever, to no one's surprise. Cloyster gonna HP fire the Skarm. Cloyster is actually the most significant buff, in my opinion, in Hoenn Gaiden with... It is actually only a water type, lost its ice typing, and it has overcoat, so it's immune to sand damage. We see a Slowking Galar come in, which I haven't seen before, and has neutralizing gas. So, gonna be cancelling out this Celebi's what do you call it, natural cure at the moment. And Slowking is currently cancelling out Arena Trap, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe it only works at the start of the turn, or ViZar just didn't mind getting trapped. Would rather take out the Dog Trio for... That does make sense now that he's revealed this Tyranitar. The Tyranitar? He clicked HP Bug there. That was actually pretty nice chip damage versus the Suicune. Probably not very defensively invested Suicune right there. A Zap coming in, taking a pretty enormous Surf. Looks like a very offensive Suicune. T-Wave, a good middle ground. I like it. Baton Pass out to Lopunny. Dangerous. Are we going to see a Psychic? No. Might not be able to fit Psychic on this Celebi. You could expect Recover. Giga Drain, perhaps. Zapdos in on Skarm. Forcing it out right now. Gonna Baton Pass out to Cloyster though. Cloyster able to Rapid Spin. May opt for that. That's going to be a bit of breathing room for ViZar. I like that. Deoxys Speed, a popular pick. I suppose it is literally an uber Pokemon in ADVOU. I find it a bit underwhelming personally. I think there are better spikers that provide a bit more defensive utility. Like for example, Cloyster or even Skarmory. But Deoxys Speed, I suppose, is also a very speedy offensive threat with a great move pool. That being said, it's quite weak. I mean, look at that. Didn't even kill the Heracross's substitute. Now Heracross is behind a dang sub. And what are we? We're getting destroyed by this Heracross right now. ViZar has just lost 2 Pokemon. This Cloyster is poisoned. Goes for a Hydro Pump to no avail. Skarm has dodged this. Gonna get another Spike up, applying a bit more pressure. A great stay right there. ViZar thought this Skarm ain't staying in. Voyager said, yes I am. What are you gonna do about it? And the logical Celebi switch in. Celebi gonna need Recover here to remain in the game, and it does have Recover. So no attacking move Celebi, gonna just leech this Tyranitar, that's surprising. Tar went for a Rock Slide that time, so good move from Voyager there. Didn't get HP bugged, so this Celebi can just go for some dang Subseed action. Chip down this Tyranitar slowly but surely, or earn a substitute pass. Wanna switch out. I mean, this Zapdos is getting chipped down ever so slightly by poison. Is Celebi gonna recover? I think that crit might have mattered. I don't think a Zapdos Thunderbolt breaks a sub, but at this point that's pretty minor. I don't think that ViZar can come back from this position. This is pretty dire. A Leech Seed gonna... Voyager doesn't mind losing Celebi because the game is quite frankly over anyway. And this Cloyster is probably going to die in a moment. It even has HP Grass to kill it more cleanly. Alright, we've got another game here. Another downloaded replay. Thank you to ViZar for providing the downloaded replays here, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to take a look at these. The link wasn't working. It was locked for some reason. Snorlax going for Lovely Kiss. That is a significant buff actually, is Snorlax has access to Lovely Kiss, a 75 accuracy sleep move. Pretty damn enormous. That's a significant buff to Snorlax in this format. And A Zapdos being put to sleep is pretty nice. Tyranitar getting a Fire Blast burn and an HP Grass follow-up. That looks like an Expert Belt Tyranitar. Because Expert Belt lets you do that little bit extra damage with the super effective attacks. This Tyranitar is just absolutely wreaking havoc. It just lived the Dug Earthquake and then HP Grassed it back. And then even Earthquake to Tar on the way out. That Tar just provided so much value. That was absurd. Celebi gonna leech though. I definitely think Expert Belt Tyranitar is one of the best sets in this game. One of the best new tools Tyranitar has to play with. And it allows a lot more unique movesets than the standard mixed Tar from ADVO. You can run Earthquake and do considerable damage, as demonstrated right here. Fortress clicks Toxic, expecting a Molt to come in. I guess that was a pretty low risk click, since Fortress can sit and spin anyway. Not friend of a Ghost type, notably. Molt did come in that time. Toxic not a common option on Fortress, so... I like the click there, it was confident. Didn't quite play out though. Zap gonna just Sleep Talk Raw. I like a Sleep Talk Zap on a Spikes team. It's solid, but Voyager is looking very vulnerable to Aerodactyl right now, especially after losing the Swampert. Fari running Protect Toxic. That is like not something you would ever see in OU. Interesting choice. These are very OU teams at the moment, but the Snorlax has Lovely Kiss, and the Tar has Expert Belt, and we also see a Crabominable as the Tar check. Crabominable is actually able to give Swampert a run for his money as the best Tyranitar check. With the fur coat. Pretty insane stuff. And Zap T-Bolt gonna two-hit that Snorlax after Spike and Sand damage. Pretty beautiful right there. But Aero allowed back in, and what the heck is Voyager gonna do now? That's an HP flying. Fortress can't take too many more of those. But Fari with Protect is a really beautiful thing to have right now against Aerodactyl. Gives it a little bit of breathing room. Nice. Yeah, gonna get a lot of chip heal back here. Protected again. Voyager doesn't mind this. Getting a lot of chip heal. Goes Celebi. Yeah, good switch. Crabominable forced out. Not very good on the special defense side of things. But Crabominable not frightened of the Celebi. Stays in an HP Ghost for a decent chunk of chip damage. Voyager didn't have an attacking move. ViZar called Voyager's bluff. Just hit the Celebi, forcing it to recover. Giving ViZar the extra little bit of tempo to get Skarm in. Fari gonna spin away that spike though. Fari, when the enemy has no Gengar, Fari matches up pretty damn well against Skarmory, able to just come in and spin every time. Zapdos looking good right now. I'm sure ViZar is down to just sack stuff to get Aerodactyl in. Aerodactyl's such a threat. We will probably see a Rock Slide come down. Yeah, and I think this would be like a Pursuit Tar. Yep. Already revealed that. But just often you run Pursuit Tar alongside Fortress. Yeah, Rock Slide just absolutely decimates Voyager right now. But this switch to Celebi is powerful too. Leech, very clickable. And this could be some crucial heals for Fortress. Doesn't get the Leech. ViZar obviously doesn't want to allow that. And pretty free Protect moment. And now Fari can spin freely. This Skarm chip healing up might be problematic. It's probably Zapdos taking it out if it's anything. Zapdos looks... this could go either way, this one. The Zapdos is very threatening. The Fori kind of deals with the Aero. Can't actually, like, hit it, though. Aero can just sit in Rock Slide, and the Fori... although Fori has Toxic. True. Yeah, Fori has Toxic. Fori just content to spam spin. It has 64 PP. You can just sit and spam it. And this chip heal back to 100 is pretty significant. Unfortunate Whirlwind outcome. If Zapdos... if it was Zapdos that just got switched in, we would be in a different world. The Zapdos threatening everything ViZar has. We're going to see Fori back in. Nice Whirlwind. Get that little eensy weensy bit of Spikes chip. Very interesting game here. Are we going to see another Whirlwind? No. We see an Aero. Toxic? Yes, there we go. Aero now cannot sit here forever. Yeah, very logical Protect from Voyager. Gonna, I'm sure, just Protect again. Molt is honestly a threat as well. I don't know what ViZar's doing here. Allowing a lot of chip heal. Oh, didn't protect that time. Went for the spin. Fair enough, yeah. No reason not to protect because you pretty much 1v1 Skarmory. Oh, that's a dangerous gambit. I might have just stayed in there and just let Fori chip heal infinitely. But then what do I know? Oh, don't go, Fori. You're gonna die. What the? I guess you need Zap. I would have sacked Celebi if anything. Maybe. I guess Celebi can... oh, you could click Recover. What the? And good switch from ViZar there. I think he just won the game off that. Because he can Flamethrower here. And then, oh, Fire Blast, same thing. We'll let that have mischance, and then... now Aero just kills the Zap. I think Voyager had that. Unless I'm crazy. There was the fear of like doubles to Molt, doubles to Aero in the interim, but that Fori could have just sat forever versus that Skarm and just clicked spin and chip healed all the way back up. Not allowed a spike. I think going to the Zap was a bit greedy. You didn't have to do that. But well played. Nice switch to Molt on the recover there from ViZar. That secured the game for ViZar. And here we got game 3. Let's see what happens. We got a Roserade with Grass Whistle. Interesting. That was such a dangerous click turn one. Talonflame. We got a couple new faces here. Roserade. If you guys are used to Gen 4 Roserade can't learn Sleep Powder and also Spikes. That they made it illegal. You can get Grass Whistle, which is a 55 accuracy sleep move. So that was really dangerous turn 1 click. This team looks wacky from ViZar. That's a Giraffe rig, which is now normal Ghost. Yeah, very threatened by this Pursuit Tar. Cleavor. They don't have a proper sprite for this thing yet. It currently looks like a RuneScape mob. Looks like a gremlin. But this thing's really strong. It's like a Heracross, but it's immune to sand because of its rock typing. And that was greedy as hell. Goes for the Swords Dance behind the sub. What do you think's gonna happen? It's a Skarmory. ViZar going crazy with the new Pokemon. A Jellicent, which... extremely solid pick, of course. Gengar gonna come in on the burn. And... reset the situation a little bit. Cleavor getting sacked. Voyager seems to just be bringing OU teams, which can still function in this metagame, folks. If you want to get into this and just play OU teams, they can work. Same fundamentals of Gen 3 OU apply. For sure. Pretty big crunch. And a pretty big surf. Voyager content to lose Tyranitar to get that big chip damage. We're going to see like a pivot to Salamence here. And attempt to save Tyranitar. No, not necessary. Voyager wants Jellicent dead. Jellicent cannot heal. He's going to take a Spike and Sand next time. Girafarig can tank this Thunderbolt decently well. Does it have Shadow Ball or something to hit Gengar? I don't know what Girafarig does, to be honest. I think it has Calm Mind. It's a special attacker with normal ghost typing. A bit weird. Jellicent in. And now Jellicent can heal back up. Nice way to get Jellicent in. Gonna heal back. Shrug off the peck. I mean, ViZar could win purely off the strength of Jellicent. I do worry about his matchup against Gengar, though. Nice Mence switch in on the Will-O-Wisp. Able to just wait out the sleep counter while Jellicent is sitting there doing nothing. Salamence able to wake up and take out this Roserade, and that's pretty damn enormous. I think that just won the game. We can only assume a Brick Break is coming down to defeat Tyranitar. You can't Brick Break Girafarig, but you can Dragon Claw. Just gonna go Skarmory. Fair enough, you can just roar over and over, and probably, I would say this is a done deal. This is over. We'll continue watching it out of respect, but I assume this Jirachi has something to hit Jellicent, and we still have a Gengar, of course, so yeah, Skarm can just... Okay, I said we would watch it out of respect, but let's... Oh, he goes Gengar on the taunt. He was just sick of waiting. You could have sacked something else, I think. You don't need Swamp It. You could just sack Swamp It. But yeah, gets the Thunderbolt off. Oh, doesn't actually do a lot to Jellicent. Jellicent, high base special defense. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp is the way to go, for sure. Provide a bit of permanent chip damage. And then we'll see a T-Bolt. And HP Grass. Jellicent without Ice Beam. I like to run Ice Beam on mine. It's nice to check Salamence, Flygon, and even hit like Celebi coming in. Similarly to like a Melodic that runs Ice Beam. Taunt is a good option too. Deny healing, deny spikes. It's good too. But team dependent, you know. Much like when you're running a Suicune in Gen 3 OU, depending on your team, you would run like Ice Beam or Roar or even Rain Dance, stuff like that as a fourth move slot on Suicune. Depending on what you need. And some teams need to check Salamence, sometimes teams need a Roar to phase. And, yeah. I think ViZar could have used Ice Beam. But who am I to say? That was a good set. Up next, we've got King of Iron Frisk versus a Welcome Guest. King of Iron Frisk. I've played a lot of friendlies with. Friend of mine. Welcome Guest is a gym viewer. They've been around for ages in the BKC Discord. Let's see how they're doing in the Hoenn Gaiden. And King of Iron Frisk is an absolute avid Parasect user. Parasect extremely buffed in Hoenn Gaiden with access to... It's got a buffed attack and speed stat as well as access to knockoff, access to Spore. I think it already had Spore. and ghost typing and access to the move lunge. I think it's superior to Breloom as an offensive Spore user. We've got a Golem Alola with Magnet Pull. Trapping Skarmory. That's fun. I like that. I wonder what this has over Magneton, though. I feel like Magneton's better. But this, I mean, the rock typing might provide an important defensive utility that I'm not seeing. Or actually has access to Explosion, I think. So, you know what? Trapping Skarm plus having Explosion is pretty damn good. Fruit Gummy is in. Couple of Jellicents staring each other down. One of them's going to taunt, denying a Wisp. Taunt, proving its worth, so what does Jim know? And then Welcome Guests, Jellicent is going to be able to Will-O-Wisp. That's Nightshade from King of Iron Frisk. It's a good option, for certain. Bit of neutral damage, similar to a Blissey running Seismic Toss. A flat 100 damage attack. King of Iron Frisk gonna opt to just spam Nightshade. Gonna switch out this time though. Blissey in on the taunt. I like that. Jellicent effectively wastes a turn. Blissey may have access to like Thunderbolt. Yep. I love a Thunderbolt Blissey in this format. Hits Jellicent, hits Cloyster. There's a few more things in this metagame that it hits compared to OU. Even in OU, it's a good option at times. But right here, you could lose 1v1 to Jellicent without it. And Fire Blast Blissey is going to be a great little swing for Welcome Guest. I enjoy that. King of Iron Frisk going to bring his own Blissey in. Oh, Toxic. King of Iron Frisk going to be forced out momentarily. This Blissey from Welcome Guest providing a decent amount of pressure. Welcome Guest takes this opportunity to get his Swampert in. Is that going to be advantageous? Jellicent has entered the fray. We are going to see King of Iron Frisk recover up the Jellicent. Nice opportunity to do so there. Gonna Nightshade on the what he thought would be a taunt, but it wasn't. It was a recover. Gets Parasect in on the taunt, and that's a beautiful turn. Parasect is threatening a deadly Shadow Ball, forcing Jellicent out, and very good lunge right there on the what he thought might be a Tyranitar switch or something else coming in to take a Shadow Ball. Gonna just lunge through this Swampert. That's Parasect is insane. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let me shout it from the rooftops. Parasect goes nuts. Illumise in. Illumise has Trace, which is it's a great new way to trap Dugtrio with this thing. And it's got a really buffed attack stat. It's actually quite a good Pokemon. Ooh. Skarm gonna come in, hard wall that Illumise though. Make another spike. And King of Iron Frisk, I think, should have seen that taunt coming. We're gonna get Parasect back in on a recover. That's fairly solid as well. If I was King of Iron Frisk, I'm clicking Shadow Ball right here. Blissey be damned. We both made the incorrect play, but hey. Golem Alola has entered. There you go, that's a reason to run it over Magneton. It resists fire. Which was literally just relevant. Oh, it gets Spin as well, actually. This Pokemon is fantastic. It gets Rapid Spin. I assume that's HP Grass. That's great roll compression. Trap Skarm and Rapid Spin. And this thing, I was going to say, could HP Ghost the Jellicent incoming. Didn't happen that way. But clicked at that time for a respectable 46% chip. We love to see it. Bliss returning. Threatening Thunderbolt right now. Oh, that Jellicent is on dire straits. That spin was so huge. That spin was game-winning. What I also like about that is you can deny a spin block by trapping a steel type. And then just spinning because they can't go to their ghost type when they're trapped. I love that. I think that's great. Oh, crit HP Ghost is a little bit unfortunate, but I don't think that Welcome Guest was in the position to win here. 3 spikes up. King of Iron Frisk has so many Pokemon to get through. It's just not doable. It's simply over. I'm going to see a brick break. Seal the deal here. Great team from King of Iron Frisk. I think he might have some problems against Tyranitar potentially. I mean, not even, because he's got Crab Abominable. He's got Blissey, he's got the Jellicent to check stuff. He might have problems against some stuff. But looks well-rounded against the main threats of the tier. Alright, we got game 2. King of Iron Frisk versus Welcome Guest. Let's take a look. We got a Heracross lead against Tar. Notably, folks, Heracross actually has access to spikes now. Pretty enormous new tool to get. Okay. That sucks. Flygon just got burned. And just missed a rock slide as well. I mean, that is pretty irrelevant, to be honest. Another Golem Alola team. We love it. That's the thing about Golem Alola, though. It does not one-hit Scam. I think it has pretty low special attack, in fact. Ooh, HP Ghost. You know, a little bit better in this meta. A lot more Ghost types. You've got Jellicent, you've got Golurk, you've got Parasect. I like HP Ghost on some stuff. Spikes was a good click on the Welcome Guest switch out. Covers just about everything. We've got a Vaporeon entering the fray. Nice HP Grass. Wow. Maybe he expected Flygon to come in. Not that that would have been a problem since it's burned anyway. Parasect coming in and now it can Spore. It can Spore right about now, and that's huge. I would say a Scam sleeping is a pretty fantastic moment. Aromatherapy just saved the Flygon's life from the brink. Healing the... Is this Salakberry? No, it's leftovers. Healing the burn from Flygon, of course. Flygon returning. Unburned, unbent, unbroken. Flygon in. From Welcome Guest, with lefties notably, rather than Yachi Berry, the more popular item. Gonna chuck out a Toxic, looks like a defensive Flygon. This is like a mini Superman, half Superman. With the 3 Spike Immunes from Welcome Guest. Jirachi's entered the building. That's gonna honestly be quite a threat. I don't think anything likes Jirachi, and look at that. I think King of Iron Frisk's entire team is very threatened by Jirachi. That was not what he was hoping for. Golem Alola can at least tank a hit. I mean, we're gonna see... Oh, jeez. That was lucky, though. That was really lucky. The T-Bolt Para. And we can Rapid Spin at least. Okay, he's getting bailed out a little bit. This Jirachi should be destroying. Only has Fire Punch as an attack. didn't go for a wish or anything. I wonder if welcome guest has wish. Maybe not. But the Jirachi did enough damage, I think, and Koif is looking like he's in trouble. Moltres comes in on the correct prediction. Megahorn resisting. Gonna. A lot of people running Fire Blast on their Moltresses in this. I've noticed. I don't get it. Is the timid Molt a more relevant speed tier? Perhaps that could be it. Rock Slide miss there. I mean, it's doing peanuts to this Flygon anyway. It's defensive with leftovers. He's just going for flinches. The Hail Mary. Yeah, look at that. Like, who cares? That's peanuts. That's GG. And that was an unfortunate one early on with the Fire Blast burn. King of Iron Frisk could have made something happen, but yeah, that Jirachi was a bit too much to deal with, and a good matchup for welcome guest anyway, even despite the hacks. Let's take a look at game 3. We have Bergenser versus Fruhdazi. I'm sorry, what? This is the King of Iron Frisk link that he provided. And it's a different replay. Something is glitched. Something is glitched. Okay, I think in future we need people to download replays because I think like the replay uploads have problems sometimes because the game 3 has gone missing for King of Iron Frisk. I do apologize for that. There is no game 3. It is just providing me this link to a different game. Okay, so King of Iron Frisk wins off screen. What is it? Poodles returns to his home planet. What was that Simpsons joke? King of Iron Frisk wins off screen. The end. Happily ever after. Okay. Well played to King of Iron Frisk. Probably brought Parasect plus Golem Alola and Trapped Scarm and then clicked Spore and Lunge over and over. So we know what happened to there. Anyway. Alright, we've got the next game. Forgive that. Nothing I could do about that, unfortunately. Okay, next round, I promise we're not going to have any replay problems. This is free Skuntank versus Erry. Erry on the bottom versus Skuntank on the top. Let's get into it. We've got a Delibird lead. Delibird has Snow Warning in this, and it has very buff defensive stats. But Tyranitar going to override the Delibird Snow Warning because of its slower speed. If you're slower, your weather effect happens first. Hail is in this gen, in this format. You've got Abomasnow and Delibird, the Hail setters. Sableye is interesting. That's actually a Magic Guard Pokemon. Sounds very good. I haven't used it yet. Doesn't have very good stats, but it's... I mean... Magic Guard made Clefable broken in Gen 4. I'm sure... Magic Guard is still... powerful in this as well. And this thing is going to just spread knockoff ad infinitum. Oh, this is crazy. This is Walling Bliss hardcore. This is untouchable right now. Immune to status. Cannot be frozen by these ice beams. Just going to click knockoff forever. And what is Alcremie going to do? Alcremie is a special wall that is poison type and also has rapid spin. I like Alcremie. I think it's good. We've got Crabominable in. Going to be threatening a big Brick Break. Actually a Circle Throw, which is going to It's a bit like Dragon Tail, but fighting type. Oh, Dracovish is a cool Pokemon. It does not have Vicious Rend like you would expect, but it has Sand Veil, which actually provides defense rather than evasion, and also immunity to Sandstorm. And Whirlpool is a cool option. I didn't consider that using that. It's gonna Whirlpool Toxic trap stuff. This Melodic is in trouble. I wonder what item the Dracovish is running. It's not taking any Sandstorm damage, but it's not leftovers either. Sunflora is a very awesome new addition. It actually has Desolate Land, which resets all weather, and we're seeing another Sunflora here. Yeah, it creates Harsh Sunlight, which exists only while Sunflora is in and overrides all other weather. Access to Solar Beam and Weather Ball. Very awesome. Oh, crit Weather Ball though. Looks like Skuntank's Sunflora is going to get the best of... Yeah, look at this. Tyranitar comes in and can't even make Sandstream when Desolate Land is in effect. Anyone familiar with Gen 6 Ubers should understand that interaction. With the Groudon Primal. And this is pretty insane. Sunflora just sitting in Leech Seeding. Alcremie is a good switch in. I like this. It's gonna Toxic. But yeah, Sableye can very, very safely come in on Toxic and shrug off the damage. I think Tar will win this 1v1 though because of the Crunch special defense drop. But it did lose its item. And Crabominable is invited in on a red carpet. This is a bit of a Stallia matchup. I think that this Sableye with Magic Guard is going to be near impossible to break. We've got Snow Warning in effect. Delibird has access to Spikes. It can choose between Spikes and Rapid Spin. Can't have both, but it can have one or the other. Gonna just... You know, I like this. Erry has not revealed any kind of Rapid Spinner at all. Not gonna be able to deal with these 3 Spikes, so... This is gonna make life a lot more difficult. Chestnut, another new addition, probably acts pretty similarly to the way it acts in modern gens. Oh. Whoa. Just froze and then thawed out. Chestnut gonna make spikes of its own. And gonna drop to Ice Punch. Rough Skin, not going to deal any damage because of Magic Guard. That's interesting. Never seen that interaction, actually. Sableye with Ice Punch makes a lot of sense. It tracks Flygon and Salamence. Good thing to have. You could even fish for freezes. Making those 2 spikes is pretty major. Oh, but a spinner just got revealed. This is going to rapid spin the spikes away and... Oh. That sack denied the rapid spin for a brief moment. But Cloyster now will be able to rapid spin and yeah, this is pretty much... That's a pretty enormous advantage. Oh, I forgot Alcremie actually can rapid spin. Alcremie gets rapid spin. So, never mind. We might be able to see a comeback from Erry. If Alcremie can get the rapid spin off. I don't think Bliss has aromatherapy. Nope, doesn't. Shadow Ball. Another good option in the metagame. Like I said before, a lot of ghost types. Ooh, rest on the Dracovish. Is it Chesto Berry? Nope. Alright, so still not sure what item this is. Rest Talk Dracovish is interesting though. I like that. Whirlpool gonna trap. I mean, this is gonna go for ages. Let me skip ahead a bit. There was a bit of a song and dance back and forth there, just clicking the same over and over. Sunflora comes in for a bit of variety. This Dracovish has a special defense drop, so we're going to take a big damage from that solar beam. But it's going to get a toxic off through the wire. And Sableye going to deny rapid spin. So true. Sableye spin blocking and hard walling the entire world. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, Shadow Ball. Not gonna hit Blissey. What? Blissey without... I'm so stupid. This... Oh, it was Chesto Berry, but... Yeah, this Sableye's been knocking off everything. Yeah, it was Chesto Berry. So they ate in it, I didn't realize. It's looking pretty over. Oh, Acid Armor. What the... That is crazy. Could this Alcremie just 1v1 everything with Acid Armor? Good. Knocked off yet? Maybe the Leech Seed kind of stops it. Let's skip ahead a bit. It's forced out. Dracovish is probably going to die. Yeah, Dracovish died. I think that Skuntank is slowly but surely going to win this one. Yeah, Blissey drops and then... Yep, this is just an Alcremie holding on for dear life to no avail. We can skip ahead there, we didn't have to watch that whole thing. A cake slowly melting to death. That's just sad, we don't have to see that. Alright, we're game 2. Wheezing Galar, poison and water type. New addition. Very cool. We don't have fairy types in Gen 3 and we never will. Golurk lead also. Another Sableye. I think Sableye is better than we all thought. Who knew Magic Guard would be broken in Gen 3 where Sand and Spikes are the main strategies. Regieleki is going to go ahead and make a bunch of screens for an Zapdos. This is interesting. Cryogonal. This thing operates very similarly to how it does in new gens with good special defense, good speed, and also rapid spin. It's good on hail teams. Talonflame comes in. Oh, wow. It's rock slided. That's crazy. Good click. Nice mid-ground between him staying Cryogonal and him going to a flying type. I like that. Is Sableye gonna sit and do Sableye things though? Gonna knock stuff off. I think Sableye's secretly broken and we all never knew it. I'm looking at this and I'm like, this thing's insane. A Sub-Punch Golurk is currently wreaking havoc. He tried to shadow ball the incoming Sableye. Gliscor also comes in pretty scot-free. No item and didn't get knocked off yet. I mean, no leftovers, so wonder what item that is. Oh, Drill Peck gonna almost 2-hit Cryo. Gonna get a recover off. But Zapdos can keep playing for full paralyze if he wants. Didn't go for it, went for the Crabominable anyway instead. Oh. Sableye of course walls this. Blissey in. Has this been knocked off already? Yes. I imagine Weezing has access to Explosion. Weezing Galar. We're gonna see it? No. Another Wisp. So this Blissey is threatening that Weezing pretty damn hard. Weezing very low now. And this Zapdos is a big threat. Yeah, that's how you break through Sableye with a simple offensive threat like Zapdos. Take advantage of its low stats. It may have Magic Guard and great typing, but its stats are lackluster. Oh, that crit Rock Slide just bailed out Erry there. That was pretty huge. Oh, Gliscor resting up. Is it Sleep Talk? It is. This Gliscor can kind of just sit and click buttons against that Reggie for the remainder of time. Dangerous switch to Regieleki there. Gets a Reflect up and lives an Earthquake. Wow. Does it have HP Ice? No. Oh. Gets spin blocked. That's devastating. We've got Power Flinch opportunities. This Crab Rock Slide kind of hard to switch into, to be quite honest. This Sableye can just sit and Shadow Ball though. Finally got the flinch. Can break through with some good fortune. Got another one, just one more. Doesn't want to risk it. Gets out of there. Another crit on this Gliscor. It does have rest though, so not too relevant really. And this mixed Zap is pretty powerful right now. Wonder if it has HP Ice. Oh, goes for the Peck. That's dangerous as hell. Gets away with it. Kills this Cryo. If you've got HP Ice, you've won it. Oh, it's HP Grass. Gonna just sit and click it though. Yeah, I don't think this Gliscor has a way to hit Zapdos unless it has Rock Slide. Zap can just sit and click this forever until he gets a crit. Switched out actually. I think honestly you should just stay in with the Zapdos there and just spam HP Grass till the cows come home. But yeah, I suppose you don't need to risk it. I would heal this Blissey up for sure. I'll go straight to Zapdos, that's dangerous. Why didn't you sank Golurk? You don't need Golurk. Lost Zapdos for no reason. Cleavor comes in there. I guess this finishes it off anyway. Yeah, you can Swords Dance up against the sleeping Gliscor. And I'm assuming a rock slide. Wow, it's surprising that this is faster than this. I mean, I think this cleaver is going to activate a Slackberry now. GG, got there in the end. Making it into a game 3 situation. Let's see what happens. A lax lead into a tar lead. We're going to kiss him. That's pretty strong. Cladle and Flygon entering the fray. Flygon just going to D-dance in the face of this Cladle. New tool that Flygon has, by the way, D-dance. I think this happened before and I didn't comment on it, but Flygon does in fact learn Dragon Dance now. And Lunge as a coverage move too. Yeah, Golurk just going to delete Tyranitar. Wow. I'm assuming that there's a Magneton or a Golem Alola on this team. Looks like you need something to eliminate Skarmory. Looks like a physical offense. Ooh, gonna just let Zapdos kill him. If you chip, there's the Magneton. If you just chipped Zapdos once, would have been in range of a D-Dance plus Double Edge. And that might have won the game, to be honest. But just lets it die. Didn't have to do that, could have gone Magneton there. Gyarados may have been your only win con, and here you're just losing your whole team. Metagross is just EQing you to death. Unfortunate. That looks to be GG. Unfortunate one. Went off a bit too early with the threats. You gotta chip stuff into range and make sure your win condition is clear when you're playing with these Dragon Dances. That was a good set, bit of back and forth. Game 2 was well played. And I like this team here with the Silvally ground. Up next we've got Yak Attack versus DkKoba. Sorry about that plane going overhead. DkKoba is a YouTube fan and patron. Hello, how are you? Yak Attack, great username. Not familiar with them, but definitely intrigues me on the name alone. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a Yak Attack. Gonna bat into Dugtrio Alola. New Pokemon in the metagame, Ground and Steel type Trapper. Oh, that was a bit unlucky for the Doug Alola. Would have eliminated the Abomasnow right there. Would have just deleted that. Armaldo has Swift Swim now, which is cool. So many new things I can't even keep up to tell the viewers at home what's going on. Ludicolo is also buffed because Giga Drain is buffed to be like it is in modern gens with 75 power and 16 PP. Ludicolo very threatening right now. Abomasnow back in though. Rain dances correctly on the weather reset. Rain gonna be in effect. Gets protected on there. Could have gone Zap Galar or something. Bit scary though. Gonna just stay in. Go for a Surf. Does resist ice, or it's at least neutral ice and grass. I'm also gonna come in on the Protect this time. I like that. But gonna run out of a Rain turn after this Protect. Gonna Swords Dance. Armaldo probably faster than Abomasnow actually. You're gonna see a Rain Dance again. That was cool. Oh, Rock Slide misses, unfortunate. I don't know if you should stay in with this Armaldo. Just going for it. Just going for the flinches. Wow. Swift Swam Armaldo is pretty awesome. I think it's really good. And are we going to see a Rain Dance here? Nope, just a straight up Rock Slide. Nice mix up. Not being predictable with that. Probably want to switch out here. Yeah, Kingdra perfect. Resists water. Gets Rain Dance. No more Hail Setter to worry about. Gets blown up though. Cloister actually faster than this Kingdra. And Minun in. I'm a big fan of Minun. It has Ice typing now and access to Levitate. Obviously good on Hail squads. With the Hail immunity. Silvally Ice. DkKoba has been obsessed with the Hail concept. Kind of a bad matchup with the Dugalola, even despite the good luck earlier on. Taking out the Dugalola with a crit of Giga Drain. Just too much to deal with all these rain threats. Oh, nice move punching on the Rain Dance. Might be winnable with Minun, but actually probably not because this Ludi that has a Swift Swim up. Yeah, it doesn't seem winnable unless a pump gets missed. Just has Surf anyway. And I'm sure Zapgalar will finish off this low health crab. I respect the punch there. Kind of an unfortunate matchup. Let's take a look at game 2. Another Hail squad. Abomasnow pretty nice into the Tar lead. Gets its weather off first. Oh, so unfortunate that crit punch. That really sucks. Yak Attack is a fan of Uxie apparently. Good Pokemon, very bulky, has Levitate. New edition obviously. Works pretty much the same as it does in modern gens. This is interesting. Toxic getting chipped down, but just continuing to Calm Mind. I wonder why Uxie is running Psybeam. That is weird. Doesn't it get Psychic? That's pretty wacky. Rest? No. I think that must have been a mistake in the team builder. Must have accidentally put Psybeam instead of Psychic. Gonna leech the Bliss. Enormous. Don't know who's ahead here. Remains to be seen. 2 unrevealeds from both. Abomasnow well positioned at the moment. Are gonna just drop to a Fire Blast though. Unexpected stay. You can't run too many Ice types on a Hail team, I think. It makes you too defensively. You got too much problems. If you just had no switch for Fire Blast there, that's rough. Silvally Ice, yeah, I mean. If a Blissey with Fire Blast is giving you problems, it's more of a team problem than a player issue. I think he's playing alright. Booms on the Bliss. Got the last one, bail him out. It's just a Minun. There's no spikes up. I don't think this is enough. Just a little mouse against the world. There's a hope and a prayer here. No. And a crab is dead. Let's skip ahead. I mean, GG. DkKoba insisting on the Hail squads. Hail is good, but I think you got to build with it more. Fundamentally sound. You need like good defensive core. Think about it, you know, when you run Sandstream, you don't just fill your team with sand immune Pokemon and sand synergies. You run Blissey, you run Jellicent, probably Swampert or Crab. You need the defensive switch-ins. Good set though. Up next is JimCool himself. Oh, never mind, what? Are my replays really lost to the void? Yeah, it seems like they use like the same URLs for some replays. Okay, I'm just going to download replays in the future. We've lost game 1 of my set. That sucks. We've only got game 2. Yeah, there's no replay. Okay, this won't happen next time, I promise. Let's have me on the top this time. See what it's like to be against Jim. Jim leads with a Tyranitar. And I was using Alcremie on this team as a spinner and special defense wall. And right here I was weary of a Dugtrio, so I actually go to Jellicent, who also walls Suicune and covers a potential go Doug. And LRXC using a Rain team as well. I'm just trying to get the Will-O-Wisp on this Ludi, cripple it. And I think he was trying to catch me going Jellicent, but I was happy to just click recover because I can take the Giga Drain and then heal back to full, as you can see here. So I just wanted to see what he was going to click. And that stalls Rain turns as well. And this time I go Skarmory. And he runs out of Rain. So I can just spike here, I think, is what I do. It's pretty safe. He would have to Rain Dance again. Pump is not going to do that much. He goes for a Focus Punch. I go to Alcremie. Expecting a Thunderbolt, actually. Then I go Silvally Ground. He's Psychicked. I gotta just stall out this Ludicolo. It's actually a big threat to me if it clicks the right thing. And really lucky pump miss there. I was happy to take the pump just to make another spike and reset my protect. Chip this thing down. And I do it. Again, I take the pump that time. I guess you're running pump, you gotta expect a miss here or there. Alcremie gets Psychic crit, so made up for the pump miss a little bit, deleting my Alcremie. The Tar comes in. I'm running Expert Belt on this. And I have Crunch, so that's going to do a lot of damage to this Raichu. I roll the incoming Suicune. He's also using a Maldo. Good Rain threat. I just go Jelly, who I think walls it. Gets the Rain Dance off, so now I'm scared again. Ludicolo can do stuff. He just went for the Surf with Suicune. I burn this, which is a nice little scenario. I went Silvally Ground. I thought he might Thunder. And right here I just kill this Dogtrio, and then he is able to wish up Ludi That was a good play. Because now Ludi all of a sudden is threatening again. I go Hitmonlee, who also has Magic Guard in this. That's an HP Ghost. And now I'm just got to pivot around this Ludicolo. I think this time I go Skarm on the Giga Drain. He's slowly dying. And because of spikes, he can't switch out. He has to go for it now. Even though I can protect. And then I just die. And go Hitmonlee, and now I can just HP Ghost. Now that Rain's gone. And this dies too. Go there on the Thunder this time. Whack him. And to secure the victory, I just T-wave this. That way I can win with Jellicent. Signal Beam is a cool new option for Bug Stab. I guess Armaldo doesn't get lunge. GG. Shame I couldn't show you game 1, that was a good one too. I hope these replays aren't glitched. I do apologize for the replay issues. This one's Rezzo versus Novice Hoenn Gaiden. Rezzo, one of the team members for Hoenn Gaiden and a good player. Novice Hoenn Gaiden lives up to his name. He's a Novice Hoenn Gaiden, I imagine. Don't know. I'm just assuming. Let's get into the game. Oh, if he clicked Spore, that's a devastating sub. Yeah, that's crazy. This is already an enormous advantage, and this is like... I've been singing Parasect praises, but that's how to destroy Parasect right there. You just sub up on it. And a sub past at Blaziken is gonna go insane here. I mean... Blaziken could easily have Focus Punch or... Ooh, interesting Swords Dances. Are we going to see Endure Reversal? Or Sub Reversal? This Suicune could easily have Roar. Doesn't look like it's roaring. It'll roar now if it has it. Oh, it reversaled that time. Why didn't you sub down again? Put it playing on Roar maybe. But then, yeah, that's in range of Dogu EQ, so that's alright I guess. A bit of a trade. Rezzo back in this, has a spike up. After that explosive start, has clawed back in. Prefer Rezzo's position here, he's got the spike. Ooh, that's a bad miss, and he doesn't look like he has to switch in for Zard. Oh man. This is pretty absurd though, the amount of Fire Blast misses. Gonna be in Blaze range now, but I think dead to Ice Beam. I'll go Swamp it. True. Slackberry into Die to Poison. Oh. The egg is in. I think it gets a Giga Drain, I guess. Oh, Roar's out. Oh, Roar's out the Shift Tree. Who also has Chlorophyll. Let's go. A Sun team. That's so fun. HP Fire, I assume, but that did literally peanuts. Ooh. Looks like HP Ice. Gonna blow up there. Okay, good blow up. Now the Shifter with Sun up is very threatening. I think the Cryogonal has Levitate. Went for HP bug, I assume. That was interesting. Ended up 2 hitting Parasect. Nice Ice Beam into the Zap switch in. Can Zap make Sunny Day? Allowing Shiftry to go crazy? I don't know if Zap learns Sunny Day. Don't think so. BP to Doug? This is such a weird one. I don't know who wins this. Oh, Aerial Ace crit. What the? That makes up for the Fire Blast shenanigans earlier, to be honest. Zap has entered. And is he going to T-bolt the... Didn't T-bolt. Might still be okay though. You know what? I think this Doug... Ooh, nice double out to... And he went Swamp It, didn't he? Yes. Sunny Day into Solar Beam should be enough to get there. That's going to kill Swampert and also Cryo. I think what you do is you... Oh, it goes for double protect, okay. And now you can sack Cryo. And then... Damn. Blows up. Oh, still gets there. With Doug EQ. Nice. Looked like that was a rough loss, but actually... Also had Boom. That was a really cool game. I love the Sun team. Not even... This would be cool in OU. And here it is in freaking Hoenn Gaiden. No new Pokemon or anything. Just a Sun team. Maybe the Executor has Giga Drain. That was very fun. Is not glitched? Yes. We've got game 2. Rezzo versus Novice. Oh, Rezzo with the sub lead this time. But Dunsparce. Equipped to handle it with Thunderbolt. Beautiful. I love that for Dunsparce. I love that. These Thunderbolts have a 20% parry chance because of Serene Grace, I'd like to add. Meta comes in, gets parried. That's not positive. Breloom in and gonna threaten a Spore. Gonna sub first even. Not even Spore, just Leech. Consider me intrigued and frightened. Gonna blow up? Wow. Silvally Flying is now in. We've got a Swords Dance 120 base power flying attack. That's actually pretty crazy. And have you got a way to hit Tar? Just Rock Slide. Silvally is a bit like a mini Arceus. It's really cool. Yep, it looks like a banned Metagross can trade with Fori. That's Silvally Ground, the most popular Silvally. Which can check Tyranitar. Nice Focus Punch on the Swords Dance. Very good. Goes Breloom this time on the ground type attack. Resists it. But gonna die to the next one. Looks like it was just a sack. And Jirachi comes in. Yep, looks like the Jirachi is probably faster then. And if this is a sub-CM Jirachi, it's gonna win. Maybe just a regular CM Jirachi wins too. Takes a T-Wave though. Wish CM. Yeah, this usually 1v1's Blissey. You can out-heal it. You gotta be wary of the Silvally Ground that can hit you. Now that you're paralyzed, you're slower. Just gonna Calm-Mind up. Rezzo not taking the opportunity to get in his Sylvally, just going for tosses. Allowing this Jirachi to heal out of infant item. The Jirachi started attacking. I think this is a losing game if you don't go to Sylvally at some point. Probably right now. This is... yeah, that was most definitely a wish. I guess it's bad to go there when he wishes, because then he takes the multi-attack, heals back up. Guess the drop too. Yeah. You know, maybe I think he is willing to sack the Blissey to be able to be in on the Sylvally ground after toss damage has happened. Because that way, the Sylvally ground for sure kills it. Well, going Sylvally ground prematurely might be a risk if the Jirachi decides to attack. I think that's the logic. Unfortunately, this Tar does not have a fire move. Not that it would do much anyway. Just going for crits or drops, I guess. Gonna be dead? Wait, you went to Blissey and not your Sylvally? I guess you want to toss him a single time. Oh, actually that worked out. Yeah, okay, the Jirachi kind of effed up there, didn't wish. Ended up letting the Sylvally kill. And then this Tar might just drop to Sylvally too. No, actually, Tar can live the hit, and after all that maneuvering in the Sylvally, sneaking it in against the Jirachi, setting up for the Sylvally to kill both the Tar and the Jirachi. Tar ended up being bulky enough to live anyway. You know, maybe in Rezzo's shoes you had to actually swords dance there. The Tar did reveal leftovers. You probably know it's bulky. Swords dance, maybe the Jirachi gets full parried. Or makes a wrong move. There was a chance to win there, maybe. Next set we've got Fruhdazi versus Bergenser. Bergenser, buddy of mine. Fruhdazi, known Gen 3 OU gamer. Cleavor user in this format. Enjoys Uxie, I think. Has played a bit of this format in the past. And Bergenser, a newcomer. Let's see how they match up. Moltres lead is interesting. Ah, unfortunate Will-O-Wisp miss. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty damn unfortunate right off their bat. But Giraffe Rig's a good pivot. Giraffe Rig gonna go for a slam, doesn't get the power. Goes for Morning Sun, only heals 25 because a Tar switches in the moment that he clicks it. I mean, that little bit of health back is kind of nice, actually. But could have clicked Will-O-Wisp, maybe? I guess healing is valid from Bergenser's perspective. Had to specifically be a Tar there to shut that down. It's actually kind of a good click. I think Bergenser should have healed right there. Rather than... I was got Protect. Interesting. Is Bergenser not running Recover? I think you need Recover. Oh, it does have Recover plus just Protect instead of Ice Beam or Surf. Ends up getting the Jellison back to health. And dodges a Toxic. That's what he needs. Looking good, actually. Goes for the Flamethrower that time. Didn't go for the Will-O-Wisp. HP Ice? Ooh. That's awesome, but yeah, Flygon always runs the Archieberry. But that's really cool. HP Ice Molt. Goes for a sub. Maybe trying to catch a switch out or something random. Doesn't get it. And Jelly is insane versus Metagross. Can't be boomed on. Threatens Will-O-Wisp, but correctly Earthquakes it coming in. Gonna recover up though. Nice. Gotta be frightened of a Toxic here. Goes for Surf. I think Will-O-Wisp was a better click there, but I mean, Surf is a good chip too. Just trying to surf down Skarm. Recovers on the turn that Parasect switches in. Parasect actually having Water Absorb, so that was good. Girafarig insane typing actually. Immune to both normal attacks and ghost attacks, and takes down Parasect with its own Shadow Ball. That was cool. And what do you know, it's Parasect gets Shadow Balled randomly. I think Fruhdazi was trying to hit the Jellicent coming in, but unintentionally smacked that Parasect. These body slams are doing decent damage to this Skarmory, to be honest. I don't know who wins this. I think depends who Bergenser's last Pokemon is. I mean, a Jirachi could carry. It's Substitute Body Slam, which is a bit of a strange set, actually. Goes for Dragon Dance and gets roared out immediately. Hope you got Fire Punch. Sub? That was unfortunate. Was going for something crazy with that sub. But this Skarm can really just sit and roar forever. Does it again, a Jill. Is this a Lumberry? Yeah, so it was immune to the burn, if it happened. Garrett, you could maybe catch him exploding and go Jellicent. Didn't go for it. A Gyarados last may have been able to make that happen, but it's kind of rough for us. This Silvali's kind of a threat. GG there. Nice try. Interesting team, I like it. We've got game 2 and we've not lost the replay, thank God. I do really apologize for losing all those replays. Well, that's not going to happen next round. Alright, we've got Heracross versus Tar lead. Heracross a much better lead now that it has spikes. And Tar lead is pretty damn common, even more so than Gen 3 OU almost, because it's got so many new tools. Crocodile is not something I've seen yet, but I think it's pretty good. It's got Intimidate, good typing, and offensive prowess. Alcremie comes in on the fighting attack, the resistance. I don't think Silvally fighting would have anything to hit it besides Explode, of course. So Explode's on the way out there. And this Cryogonal gonna explode. That's pretty sensible. This Hera could be a problem. Nice, plays around the punch, just hits it. While Hitmonlee is a bit of a threat. This thing can... This is the set I was using versus LRXC. It's a bulk up and endure with Salackberry. Because you have Magic Guard, you don't get chipped by the sand, so you can go for a reversal, yeah. This is really strong. Might just win the game. It just kills Heracross even though it resists. You gotta be really careful of this thing. Cool team from bergenser. A lot of unique Pokemon being used, but a bit weak to this Hitmonlee, unfortunately. That Alcremie maybe could have stopped this if it was alive. Got boomed on. Nice boom from Fruhdazi, killing the fighting resist. That's all for round 1, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for round 2. Won't be for a little bit. I'm going to be going on holiday for a sec, so round 2 will finish just after that, and then we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. The road to rank 1 will continue as well, and other stuff. Twitch stream, all that. Patreon, Discord, subscribe, like, check it out, do stuff. Thank you very much. Goodbye.